Hey, everybody. I see so many of you making sales way harder than it needs to be. So I figured I would jump on live and let you know a few things that you can do right now that are going to result in more clients for you. So booking clients really is not a complicated process, yet for some reason, us humans, we love to make things complicated. It's kind of like if our brains believe that it's too simple, it's not going to work, right? Who agrees? But that's not true, okay? And in this live, I want to show you how simple booking clients can be if you allow it to be. So there are two main things that are holding most people back from being able to book all the clients that they want. The first one is not having a clear results-based easy yes offer. The second one is vague messaging and no pre-selling. So I'm going to break those down for you and explain in detail exactly what you can do to fix it. So if you want to book your next high ticket client, and this can be, at an investment of $2,000 to $10,000. So if you want to book your next high ticket client in 2 weeks or less, here is what you want to do. And I'm going to be talking about having one particular offer for the rest of this training. But what you can do, if you have different offers, you can do this every time you want to sell that particular offer. Okay. So first thing you want to do, get clear on who this program is best suited to. Okay. It's not for everybody. You cannot sell to everybody. But get clear on who that one type of person is, who you love working with, who gets the best results the fastest. And then make sure that your program is designed to get that person the result that they want as quickly and efficiently as possible. No one likes bloated programs filled with stuff they don't need. So chances are, if your offer is not selling as much as you want, that's one of the problems. It's got too much stuff in, it's overwhelming. Okay. If your clients are not finishing your program and not getting the results they want, that's another reason. There's too much stuff. All right. So here are 4 offer principles that make an easy yes offer. I'd like to invite you to review your current offers to see where you can make these improvements. Okay. The first thing, the gap has got to be clear. Now, what do I mean by this? Normally, this is what you do on a sales call. You find out where your prospect is right now, and you find out where they want to be, what they want. And then at the end of the sales call, you tell them how you can get them from A to B, right? But you don't need to wait for the sales call to do this. Ideally, you want it to be baked right into your offers. So your prospect is over here on Hell Island. They want to be over here on Heaven Island, but they can't get there on their own. Okay. There are sharks in the water, so they can't swim across. There's no rocks for them to jump across. They don't have a boat, or there's a boat and it has a hole. Okay. But the point is they cannot get there on their own. You need to be clear in your own mind and with your offers where they are and where they're trying to get to. And then you design your program to be the bridge that gets them to where they want to be. So I hope this makes sense. That gap has got to be clear. The second offer principle is point your finger and paint pictures. What do I mean by this? You want to get specific because I say this all the time, specificity sells, okay? You've got to speak to scenarios that your market is facing. So when I say point my finger or point your finger, I cannot point my finger at these phrases. I help people level up in life. I help people create lives of pure joy. I help people find their passion and purpose. I'll help you make more money. Okay, the brain cannot process things that are general. The brain needs pictures. It sees in pictures to be able to connect the dots that you are the person to help. This program, this offer is the thing that they need to help them get to where they want to go. Make sense? So here's what happens when you don't paint clear pictures. You'll put out tons and tons of content every day. You get no engagement, and you get worse, and more importantly, you get no clients. So what do? You end up creating more and more content. You decide you need more audience members, you need to change platforms, and all you do is you create more and more content for all of these platforms, for all of these people, and it is exhausting. What else happens? You'll spend 3 hours in Messenger every single day reaching out to connections you think might be prospects, to have them go nowhere, right? Or you'll get a couple of calls booked here and there, but you get a lot of no-shows, or you get people saying that they need to think about it, or it's not a good fit for them. Or what else happens? You do 2 months of posting where you're doing this big launch for this new thing. You go live, you post, and you only make 2 sales instead of 10. So do you see what I just did there? Those are all pictures of the pain. Those are all clear pictures that you can see and visualize, especially if you have found yourself in one of those situations. Okay. Not painting clear pictures is why people don't sign up for your 2, 5, or 10K thing. Okay, offer principle number 3. Say it how they would say it. You've got to use words and language that your market uses. Otherwise, they're not going to resonate. It's going to go right over their heads, okay? So you want to ditch the jargon, you want to ditch the fancy words, and ideally, you should be communicating really clear and simply as if you are speaking to a 6th grader. Okay. The 4th offer principle, one of my favorite, because this is one of the big problems, do not ask for marriage on the first date. Now, dating analogies are awesome because everyone can understand them. Most coaches ask for too big of a commitment up front. Too much commitment too soon. I mean, think back to when you were dating. You wouldn't walk into a bar, meet someone for the first time, get down on one knee and propose, right? People would just think you were absolutely crazy. Yet somehow we managed to do that with our offers. What do I mean by this? What I mean is you try and promise too big of a result all upfront. I'm not talking about the price of your program. I'm talking about what you're putting into it and what the result is. I know there are so many huge, amazing things that you can help your clients with, but to make it an easy yes, you want to promise one result for one person as quickly as possible. Okay. Ideally, your program should be 3 months or less. Shorter is normally better to get them that one result. You're not going for mastery in your front door program, the first signature program your clients come into. That's what happens later on. That's what happens in your back end programs where you invite your clients to continue on with you. But for your front end easy yes offer, you want one result as quickly as possible. And don't feel like you need to stuff all sorts of videos and worksheets and trainings and things in. No. Premium clients want to get their results as quickly and efficiently as possible. They don't have time to wade through tons of content. They don't have time to figure out what it is they need from your program to get to where they want to go. So you want to streamline it. One of the things that my clients always tell me that they really love about my particular programs is the fact that there is no fluff. It's really streamlined. They literally, everything that I ask my clients to do moves them closer to booking more clients, getting their offers sorted out, right? There's no fluff in it. So you want the same for your clients. Okay, so we've covered the 4 offer principles, which are: don't ask for marriage on the first date. Say it how they are going to say it. Point your finger and paint pictures, and make sure your gap is clear. The next thing that you want to work on to book a client in the next 2 weeks is creating content that pre-sells your offer. Okay. So most people do not pre-sell their offers effectively. They might pre-sell 1 or 2 things, but there are actually 5 main things that you want to pre-sell. So let's talk about this a little bit. You want to show your market why they're experiencing the problems they're experiencing, or why they aren't getting the results that they want. Okay. This is normally done with what we call belief shifting content. So your market will be experiencing something a certain way, and they believe it's being caused by something. Okay. But because you're the expert, you know that that is not the cause of their problem or their situation. You know what the real cause is. You want to talk about that in your content. So you want your market, your audience, to read through the content and be like, that's why I don't have this thing I want. And then you tie in your offer as to how you can help, the steps that you're going to take them through to get there, and basically show them that they're going to get the thing that they want with your help. Okay, that is pre-selling your offers. Please, please, please stop gatekeeping information. I know all the big gurus, I was taught to gatekeep. Don't share the how, share the what and not the how. But that is the reason why there are so many people going into coaching programs and coming out feeling like they've been burned, because they don't want to follow the steps to get the thing that they want. The steps don't work for them. They're not aligned with them. So please, 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 for the love of bicycles, and I think most of you know how much I love my bicycle, share the how. You want to share your process, your methods, the steps you're going to take your clients through, so that it's something they are clear on before they ever reach out to you, and they can decide if it's something they are willing to do and they're happy to implement. Hope this makes sense. Okay. Also, don't gatekeep your information and make people wait 3 days to get on a call with you to find out everything they need to know to make a buying decision. I went through a challenge a couple of months ago, all about speaking, because I'm wanting to up my speaking game and eventually start speaking on global stages. So I went through this challenge, and at the end of the challenge, the person was offering an online program to help coaches and experts become speakers. I wanted to sign up. I was ready then and there, end of the challenge, to sign up. But this particular person running the challenge didn't have all the details worked out yet. And it took them about 2 months to get back to everybody with the details. And you know what, by then it was too late. Had that person said, I don't have all the details yet, this is the outcome you're going to get, this is how much I'm going to price it at, I would have signed up on the spot. Like, I didn't really need to know all the teeny tiny when it's going to happen, when the calls were going to be, and so on. So my point with that is, when you make someone wait to get on a call with you to get all the details they need to make a buying decision, chances are someone else is going to pop into their feed offering something very similar to you to get them to the result they want. And if that person is pre-selling effectively, guess what? You've lost that client. They're going to sign up with that person and they're going to not show up for your call. I see it happening all the time. Okay. So in your content, pre-sell your program, who it's for, who gets the best results, what criteria they need to be a good fit and get the results, the steps they're going to have to go through to get the thing that they want, how much it's going to be. And if you're not comfortable putting an actual price out, you can give an indication. Totally cool to give an indication. Okay. If someone sends you a message and they have a question about your program, don't say, oh, book a call and we'll talk about it. You can qualify them with a couple of very quick messages, and then give them all the information that they need right then and there. You don't have to wait to get on a call. Okay. when you are pre-selling, you can weed out the people naturally who are not a good fit. You'll never hear from them. So when you follow this formula, when you follow what I'm saying here today, you're not going to get as many leads, but that's totally okay, because you don't want to talk to people who are not a good fit. You only want to talk to people who are ready to buy, right? You only want to talk to people who are likely to sign up. So you're going to weed out all the people who are not a good fit. You're going to save yourself time and energy because you're no longer talking to those people and wasting your precious time and energy. And you can focus on the people who want to sign up, who are ready to buy, and you can focus on serving more clients. Okay. What else did I want to say? Okay, that's basically it. So let's recap. I know I've gone on for a while here. Thank you so much to everyone who's popped on here live with me. If you have questions, pop them below in the comments. And I'm going to recap if you've just jumped on now. 2 main reasons why you are not booking the clients that you want are, firstly, you don't have a clear results-based easy yes offer. And 2, your messaging is vague and you are not pre-selling. How do you fix this? 1, you get clear on who your program is for and who will get the best possible results. 2, you make sure your program is designed to get that person the thing that they want as quickly and efficiently as possible. 3, follow and implement, apply the 4 offer principles. Make sure the gap is clear. Point the finger and get specific. Paint pictures. Say it how they will say it. And don't ask for marriage on the first date. Then create content that pre-sells your offer. Now, you can take your offer and apply all of these principles to it now. And if you manage to apply it effectively, you can have your next high-ticket client signing up without objections in 2 weeks or less. But because you are inside the bottle, you're close to your work, obviously. You're too close to be objective. So there's likely things that you're going to miss, which are obvious to someone who has experience helping coaches with their offers and their messaging. So either you won't apply them effectively or it's going to take you longer. So if you would like to go faster and have your next 2 to 5 clients enrolling without objections, without having to chase or convince, and without long sales calls, my Signature Client Intensive might be the perfect fit for you. So this is a 30-day intensive where you and I will work really closely together on everything I've covered today. We'll also set up your LinkedIn profile as a client funnel, and it's the only funnel you'll ever need. So prospects can immediately see that you can potentially help them. I'll also be giving you my 6-figure content sales system to make writing the content super fun, super easy for you. There are frameworks and guidelines to follow. There are tons of examples to help you. It's really, really simple. And it's so fun to create, and you don't need to be a good writer. Okay, you don't need to be a good writer. This content, it's all based on pre-selling, and it results in prospects reaching out ready to buy. And I'm also going to show you how to enroll clients into your programs using a few messages to qualify them and a PDF. But if you'd prefer to have calls with your clients still before they actually sign up, I'll show you how to cut those calls down to just 15 minutes, saving you so much time. So the investment for this program is less than 5K. You'll easily make it back in just 1 or 2 sales as long as you have a targeted audience of 1,000 or more, experience in what you offer, some happy clients who got the results that they wanted, and an offer that is priced at 2K or more. And if you don't have an offer priced at 2K or more, I'll help you create one. Okay. So if you're interested in getting all of the juicy details on my Signature Client Intensive, reach out, send me a message. I will ask you a couple of questions to make sure it's a good fit for you, because I don't take on people who I'm not 100% sure will get the results that they want. Then I'll send over all the details. And if you have any questions about any of this, pop them below in the comments or send me a message. For those of you who've been here with me the whole time, I appreciate you so much. Thank you for sticking around and hearing me out. And I really, really, really hope that this has been helpful. If you decide to do it on your own and apply these and book a client from it, please let me know so I can celebrate with you. Okay, that's me done for now. Have an amazing rest of your day, and I will see you soon.